know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see.
Greetings world. As we draw closer to November 5th, we would like to show you some of the supporters to the idea. The idea of liberty, freedom, justice and transparency of both corporate and governmental officials and institutions. Our message is backed and broadcast only by the universal truth of love. The following individuals have awoke and have seen the control and fraud of the elite over our governments, our world and our lives. The following people have a message for all of you watching.
We the people are the owners of the United States. The banksters, lawyers, and corrupt politicians who infest our federal government think that they own the country and they think that they own us. Well, now it's time for the people to stand up and put these corrupt servants in their place by getting rid of all of them. We the people hereby terminate the employment of every elected and appointed official in our federal government with all monies and benefits due canceled. This does not affect civil service positions. If you're an honest employee, you can keep your job. The people hereby seize control of all television networks so that honest people can go on TV and tell the country the truth about what the corrupt lawyers and other degenerate scumbags who infest our government have done to destroy our freedom. The Rothschild family owns the TV networks. We're taking them away from them. The people hereby seize control of the Federal Reserve Bank and all of its assets. Cancel all debt allegedly owed to it, and cancel all debt based on the counterfeit currency of the Federal Reserve since its unconstitutional inception in 1913. Congress shall now obey Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, and it shall be the sole issuer of all currency in the United States in perpetuity. All profits gained by the owners of the Federal Reserve are to be accounted for and seized under RICO law and redistributed equally to all citizens of the United States. We the people hereby cancel all foreclosures. We the people hereby ban imports of goods from Asia and other countries who manufacture goods at below our minimum wage, thus causing massive unemployment in the United States. We're going to reopen our factories here and put everyone back to work. We the people hereby reinsert the original 13th Amendment of the Constitution and number successive amendments accordingly. Thus no member of the Bar Association will henceforth serve in any capacity in the government of the United States. Did you hear that, lawyers? You're all fired. Get the hell out of our government. People hereby ban all campaign contributions. Lawyers have changed the meaning of bribery and put it under campaign contributions and made it legal. Well, it might be legal according to the lawyers, but it's not lawful. Bribery is bribery no matter what name you put on it. Henceforth, there will be no more bribery, no more campaign contributions. Anyone who wants to run for elected office is going to have free TV time, and honest people will be allowed to speak. The people hereby revoke all laws and presidential executive orders that violate the Constitution of the United States. A new Congress will have the task of sorting this out. We, the people, hereby declare all vacant housing units owned by any bank or government entity to be property of the people of the United States, and to be distributed to the victims of foreclosure and subsequently to all homeless people. There are 18 million vacant housing units in the United States owned by the banks. They are now owned by the people, the true owners of the United States. Foreclosure victims whose home has not been re-inhabited by any buyer may reclaim possession. The people hereby ban all mercury in all vaccines. No trace amounts, no mercury whatsoever. Mercury has caused millions of cases of autism in our children, and now this is going to stop. The people hereby ban the use of fluoride in all drinking water in the United States. Fluoride kills our brain cells and makes us docile. It makes people so docile that many of them are afraid to fight our servants who infest our government. The elected scumbags who are destroying the United States are our servants. The people have forgotten that. We don't want any more docile people. We need the people to stand up and tell these maggots in Congress to get out. The people are taking control. No more lawyers, no more bribed scumbags. The people. No more fluoride in our water to dumb us down and make us docile. We, the people, hereby order instruction in all high schools on the history of the Rothschild family, a banking family who tried to enslave the United States via the Federal Reserve. They had us enslaved for 102 years, now it stops. We, the people, hereby order instruction in all high schools on the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, a plan written by the Rothschild family who owns the Federal Reserve and the TV networks and the oil companies and everything else on this planet. Protocols is a plan written by the Rothschild family to enslave all of the inhabitants of Earth. They've pretty much achieved it, and everyone needs to read this. It's not some anti-Semitic hoax, as you're told on Wikipedia, and as you're told by trolls on the internet who don't want you to know how corrupt our government is. The Protocols is a real thing. It was written in 1773 and updated over the years. Read it. It explains all the evil on this planet. Next, there's more. We, the people, reaffirm that we rule ourselves in freedom. Enacting laws contrary to freedom shall be considered treason, punishable by death or as determined by a jury. Elected officials are servants to the people. It is the duty of every citizen to make sure they remember that. We, the people, have to pay attention to what our elected criminals are doing. And we have to stand up, open our mouths, and stop them. It's up to us. Do you want your country back? Will you stand up and take control of it instead of listening to these scumbags who run our government and the liars who you see on TV? Will you stand up for yourself, for your children, for your grandchildren, for humanity? Will you stop listening to liars, please, and assert yourself as a part owner of the United States? Discipline your corrupt employees and fire them. It's we, the people. We have to unite. Right here, right now, we have to take back control and throw out all the maggots who are destroying our freedom. Thank you.
Are you a debt slave? Do you have those shackles on your ankles? Struggling to pay your bills every day, working for the man, lacking that freedom, being controlled on a daily basis. Time to wake up. Time to realize what reality really is all about.
Hi, got a question for you. Are you a debt slave? I'm a debt slave. Oh, you're not a debt slave. Okay, this doesn't pertain to you then. But if you got a social security number and a birth certificate, I hate to say it, you're a debt slave.
I just got a few questions for you. Do you know what chattel is? Do you know that you're considered a debt slave? Do you know that they can come in your house and take your child at any time without you being able to do anything about it? Do you know that your social security number and your birth certificate is worth billions with a B? I'll wait. Guess what? That's the rabbit hole. Don't be afraid of the rabbit hole. Although the rabbit hole is waiting on your presence and your arrival. Will you sleep forever? Or will you sleep until you can no longer wake? Like many that are in the grave, just imagine what we would be had they equipped us with the knowledge to be great again. And I'm not talking about the American. I'm talking about we, the people, are the value. Hashtag debt slave. Hashtag freedom repossession. Hashtag delete the elite. Hashtag banging on the beast. Hashtag fed down. Get to the rabbit hole. Learn your history. Decide your future. And know your present. God bless America.
So, the awakening process has begun. And you realize that you're powerless to the system, to the beast that is here, that is relentless, that is willing to do everything in its power to never give up control and to keep you stuck and remain in a construct that they have created over time and time again. But one of the main eye-openers for me is the fact that you can hear in the ambience of my child's room. You know that not only have you been a slave to the system, but guess what? Your next in line, your offspring, has now become a slave to the system. Wake up. This is the moment that you need to realize to protect your children and your children to come and your grandchildren, to break the shackles that have been binding them, that have been binding us, all of us. You realize that from birth, that at any point, even though you claim to be the parent, but through trickery and through sorcery, you see that what happens is the child becomes a ward of the state, and the state claims higher authority through their paperwork that you are tricked and deceived with the mother at birth. So then therefore what happens is at any time the state can come in with any one little accusation. It doesn't matter if you are the mother in a shoe and have 200 children and everything has been bliss, but you get one accusation that goes to social services, and guess what? Now your child becomes a ward of the state. What you realize that you've never had full control, or you have never had the control of your own children. They, the system, have always had the control. One way you can see that is if you choose not to get immunizations and you happen to run into a situation where the court says that social services is now in your life for a temporary so-called offense. Well, guess what? If it's been 3 years and you decided to opt out of immunizations, well, guess what? At that point, now you have lost everything, and that child will get about 30 shots at that point to get them back on par to the system, to the way that they say. So you have to follow their pattern and their mold and their structure. That, my friends and family, brothers and sisters, is my awakening. Triple more blessings.
You think in America, you have been born into slavery when your mother signed for the birth certificate. We must now stand together and take back our freedom. People, pay attention close. We will not do this in anger. Enough blood has been shed already. People, we will take back our freedom, not with the sword. We will take back our freedom with unity, with love, and with the pen.
Deliberately concerned, sick this propaganda. Latin for is not peace, but war. This will not be a war, nor will it be. Far too long has the people of the world sat by while you have pillaged the lands of its resources, while you have raped the people of their dignity, of their rights. Heed my warning. Those of you, the ones that have been implicit in enslaving the people of the world, you are no longer safe from justice. We will no longer stand idly by. We will no longer be controlled by fear or coercion or any other tactics you use against us. You cannot run. You cannot hide. We are one.
Society in general wants to divide us. It does this by putting us into boxes, such as black, white, British, American, man, woman, rich, poor, and the list goes on. They do this to keep your attention off the big picture, which they manipulate us at every turn, all of the time. I contend the way to defeat this is to break out of these boxes and realise we are one people. Do not fall for this division no more.
Boy in the building. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all feeling like me, because I'm feeling amazing. Well, this one right here is some important stuff right here. I ain't gonna go into saying this is for fun and games, informational, entertainment purposes only, because I do it because I want to. But on this one right here, I'm gonna say this because I ain't no slave, bruh. Mom, sis, friends, family, I ain't no slave. Are you a debt slave? Do you even know what a debt slave is? Now, check this. My niece got a job interview up here at Jamba Juice. And she just don't know what she's about to do to herself. She's about to become a debt slave. And I keep trying to tell her, like, do it, don't do it. But do they want to listen? Nuh-uh. Now, this is what I'm talking about. She about to sign a contract for a job interview. She gonna give them her secret account number. They're gonna use that to pay her check with. She gonna give them 8 hours every day. So what, 40 hours a week? Give up her energy in exchange for some fake money. Come on now. A Federal Reserve note that on there say, this is just a legal tender note. There's really no money. They lying to everybody. And I just want people to wake up one by one and understand this stuff right here, it gotta stop. She thinks she gotta go make some fake money to turn around and go pay taxes, and they take half of it anyway. They take more than half. Every time she go and buy something, they tax her. So, who's really the slave? Everything costs. Paper, fake notes. Giving your time and energy away. Now, she gonna be tired when she come home. She just gonna wanna sit down. What about fun? What about all her youth years? She's 18, fresh 18. And here she go, getting a job. I just want to show my niece, my nephews, my friends, my family how to open up their own businesses and just be successful by themselves. Don't be guaranteed by nobody else. What does Jamba Juice go guarantee? Nothing. But it's a job though, but it's nothing. They showing you how to barely make it. But I just hope everybody just wake up, because not just Jamba Juice, it's every business around. They mentally enslaving people, just debt slaves. Straight debt slaves. I know I might be ranting, but I just got to get this out. I don't want other people around me, and I don't want y'all to become debt slaves. I want y'all to wake up. Start telling your friends, your kids, your family members, like, don't do that, y'all. It's all about the barter system. Create our own wealth. Build your dream. Don't build somebody else's dream. Jamba Juice, that wasn't her dream. I'm gonna help her with that though, watch. Give it a little bit. She'll end up with her own stuff. Teaching people just like me. She gonna be in a good direction. Uncle go make sure of that. Friends and family, I just want y'all to be aware of what's going on. Wake up, realize this is not what it is, people. It's not what it is. So,
Everyday Anonymous grows stronger with the support of individuals such as these. You don't need to be a hacker, you just need passion for truth and a heart for humanity. Together we, united as one, can change the world. We are not here in violence. We love all because we are all. We are made up of the people from all backgrounds, creeds and even religions. We are you. It's your time. Time to stand for freedom, liberty and justice, and this November, let's show these elite bankers and their global control systems that we are taking our countries, governments and our world back. To the elite. Your systems are exposed and obsolete. Your crimes against humanity will not go unpunished. You hold humanity back and we are evolutionary Q to your virus of control and destruction. We are the revolution. We are Legion. We are Anonymous. Expect us.